0701-2705-2024. That's Children's Day in Nigeria. Happy Children's Day to all wonderful and maybe not so wonderful kids there. All kids out there, welcome to a very special edition of Wake Up Nigeria. Today, we have a show filled with fun, laughter, and inspiration just for you.
Yes, we do. And to all of you, that the child within you is still there. You've not lost all your childlike features. Yeah, we have something lined up for you as well. The exciting lineup includes amazing young talent, fun activities, and a few surprises that will hopefully make this Children's Day an unforgettable one just for you. So make sure you stay with us.
Now, the theme adopted for Children's Day in Nigeria, now this is Nigerian Children's Day, it's not international. International is much later on in the year, is, safeguarding the child from online, all of that happens, and emphasizes the importance of being involved as a parent.
Yep.
So
online space is a delicate space now, but one that we have to come to terms with as parents these days. And this Children's Day, we'll be talking a bit about that later on.
Definitely.
Healthy communication is really important, and it goes a long way to helping connect with children and guiding them on the right path. My name is Titilayo Onyinson.
I am Mike Mesikena, and of course Mary is also here. We will all be set to give you a wonderful show this morning. You can use the hashtag WakeUpNigeria and TVC across all social media platforms to be a part of the show this morning.
Yes, indeed. Remember, you can also watch us live from absolutely anywhere across the world via our mobile app. It's available for you to download from Google Play or iOS.
All right, GOTV, that's channel 16, and then the terrestrial band is the ultra high frequency 49.
Social media, yeah, we're there as well. Facebook, X, Threads, Instagram, TikTok, all at TVC Entertainment _.
All right, we'll kick off this morning with Mustafa Farouk Eniola, popularly known as Enizi Eni, a versatile musical artist. Is a triple threat entertainer who is also a hype man and a DJ. Zia has been named as one of the 100 most influential women in Nigeria by Leading Ladies Africa, and has been a consistent feature writer for The Guardian Nigeria, and quite a number of that. She'll be here today to talk about her documentary on children. Quite interesting. Looking forward to it.
The English FA Cup and other top European leagues round up on their respective activities soon. Join us for the beautiful game, a little bit of a breakdown of how it all went down.
In the first ever Manchester Derby Cup final, the Blues captured the trophy on the way to a magnificent treble. This time around, they're a win away from becoming the first side in English football to win back-to-back doubles of league title and FA Cup. Well, the Blues took all of 12 seconds to get the game up and running last season. I wonder how devastatingly quick.
Now we have a second performance. 12-year-old amazing girl gospel child, a saxophonist, Blossom Onyekachi Paul Smile, professionally known as Blossom Sax, will be here to give us that Children's Day vibe on the show this morning.
Gabriel Balogun is a speaker, workshop facilitator, L&D leader, and so much more. He's all about coaching individuals and organizations when it comes to empowering them and their personal development. Today, in the spirit of Children's Day, we'll talk about understanding what motivates Gen Alpha.
Gen Alpha. I like the way that sounds.
Gen Alpha. They are the children. They are the.
So who
children.
just chose that one? So after Alpha, now what next?
Well,
Because they're
maybe
going up.
better.
To be better,
Gen
then
better.
they'll start all over again.
Because we've already done Gen Z.
Already,
Gen Alpha.
Alpha. So when will we have a Gen Omega? No, that's the final one, yeah? So how's your weekend, guys? How did you spend the weekend? For me,
Restful.
for me, it wasn't so restful. So I had a very long time friend I'd not seen in a while. He came in on impromptu. He had to come in for work, and then guy Alpha, I don't go airport. And this was what? This was Saturday night, and his flight was supposed to be 9:30 p.m.
Wow.
And the flight finally left like maybe 10:30. Alpha down the airport, and they leave the next morning, the next day, safe. So I had to, and then just as just get down and I'm about to get into the car to go pick him, and I see a flat tire.
Wow.
And it's 11 o'clock. 11 p.m.
Where exactly?
Like, and then the road, this is in front of my house, and then
okay.
the road, and then the road is really marshy. Like, I stepped out, started looking for this. And actually, I got two guys, and then they helped me. And 11:30 at worship. And then I was with him over the night, and we did, of course, into the next morning. But it was so that made it because I'd not seen him in a very long time, and this is one of my best dudes. So yeah, so Sunday was now. So because we spent on night, Sunday was now more very quite lazy and relaxing and all that.
Chilled.
So yeah, so that was how my weekend went.
We started on Friday. That's myself and some of the team, Olamide and Zainab. We had an interesting, sumptuous meal.
That Friday.
Prepared by the one and only Chef Honeymouth, friend
That
of the
Friday,
house.
yeah. Olamide,
Michael's supposed to
Zainab,
be there.
and beefing two of you.
Wow.
So these guys will go and they're just showing us menu for almost 2 hours. And I'm like, showing our menu will go chop.
Wow,
Show us the food.
Did you have to bring
But
the
I'm,
group to
but I'm sure that they did have fun because the cocktails and all that I was seeing there
Yes,
was.
so it's an interesting place called La Bella Lounge in Ibute Meta. And he was so happy to see us. You know when someone is so genuinely pleased to receive you? And I feel like we don't show that pure joy much anymore when it comes to what we do. He loves to cook, and he just wanted people to come and taste his food. So we obliged him, and we tasted the food.
Well, I'm glad you guys had.
Stop
I mean, my weekend was regular. Saturday, trying to get stuff done in preparation for the new week. And Sunday, of course, went to church, and then afterwards, I had to be on the radio. So basically, that's how my weekend went.
Okay,
And
all right.
if you don't know already, radio, Max FM, 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. every Sunday evening. Please
6
listen.
to 9 p.m.
Yes.
Mary is on the radio at Max FM. Yeah, Lady O'Mary is her name on air, right?
Yeah, well, Mary Alimi.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's Mary Alimi. But you can still call me Lady O'Mary. It works either way.
All right. Away from all the Bridgerton stuff now, let's check what the weather is like. And
I cannot lady myself.
let's check what the weather is like.
No, it's the...
Hello and good morning. It's time for a news update right here on Wake Up Nigeria. My name is Titilayo Oyinson. Thanks for joining us. It was a busy day in Lagos as President Bola Tinubu flagged off the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway and other projects. President Tinubu says the project will revolutionize transportation in Nigeria and bolster the unique economic strength of all zones. President Tinubu assured that the project will ensure future generations have a good landmark and memory to treasure. TVC News senior correspondent Sarah Ayeku was there.
It's another homecoming for President Bola Tinubu as he arrives. Section 1, Phase 1 of the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway, in company of state governors, members of the National Assembly, APC party leaders, and traditional rulers. Lagos, Nigeria's commercial capital, is hosting these dignitaries to flag off the ambitious 700-kilometer superhighway, a 10-lane road project that represents President Tinubu's commitment to facilitate economic growth and improve the living standard of Nigerians.
May 29th, 2023, we have over 40 new projects ongoing throughout the 6 geopolitical zones. Today, we have selected some of the roads and bridges to represent the rest of the new projects for Mr. President to flag off. We are not just starting from one point, we are starting this section 1 in about 4 locations. At the end of the project, we are about starting concreting. So the target is to finish this section 1, not in 36 months, but in 24 months, so that Mr. President, you will commission this first section of the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway within the next second year in office, and we shall toll it and we begin to recover, do return on investment.
But the beauty of this is not only in Lagos, because this road goes and traverses Ogun State, goes into Ondo State, before it finally do a bus stop at Cross River State. Mr. President, you deserve a big round of applause. This is not about you. This is not about your renewed hope. This is about the generational change that you're doing.
For a man who conceived the idea of a coastal highway as a governor, achieving it as a president surely gives him bragging rights.
To me, today is my day to brag. It's my bragging day. Don't be afraid. We will do this road. 700 kilometers. It will be a success for Nigeria, and we'll do more of this.
As part of the Renewed Hope agenda, the president flagged off the 700-kilometer Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway, 1,000-kilometer Sokoto-Badagry Highway, a design and procurement of 461-kilometer Africa Trans-Sahara route, and the reconstruction and rehabilitation of 330 roads across the 6 geopolitical zones.
This is a major transformation for Nigeria. We're going to see economic transformation, prosperity is unprecedented. We're going to see the development of industries like the steel industry, even the cement industry will pick up. Construction is one of the major drivers for job creation and for economic prosperity.
This is a historic project for Nigeria. It's not a project for one man or one person. That is why I want all of Nigeria to embrace this project. It's not a project for APC. It's not a project for Bola Tinubu. We should own this project. And if we own it, the possibilities are incredible.
The President is expected to return to Abuja on Tuesday for another round of commissioning. This time around, another minister in his cabinet will be showing off projects completed in less than a year. Sarah Ayeku, TVC News, Lagos.
And that's all we have time for on the news update for this hour for Wake Up Nigeria this morning. We will be back after this quick break.
Doubt and fear doesn't occur at the canvas, it shows in the canvas. It shows the conation of raw earthen material slabbed, stroked and molded at a pace provided by the doubt and fear. Every move weigh in the struggle of one to the other, merging the past to the present, brushstrokes of colors seen but not known. For when the wailing stops, the pieces settle down in abject beauty, erected for a century of a century. Speaking, advocating, protesting, as the arts are meant to be.
Hey guys, what's up? My name is Ogunoki Ayomide Ebenezer. I'm a certified fitness trainer from iFitness. All right, welcome to another show. Today we're going to be working out again. We're going to be having step-body aerobics. And you know what aerobics is? It's just about movements and how the little beats to it, all right? So step-body aerobics is just adding a little elevated surface to help, our workouts in. So we're going to be getting straight to it. So I guess you're ready. I'm ready. Let's go. All right, guys, let's go. So I'm going to be getting myself a music to start with, and we'll get straight to it. So I'm ready when you are. Okay, guys. So get set. Stretch out the body. So first off, we're going to start with regular setup. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ready? And let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Very easy. 3, 4. Let's go. 1, 2. Very easy tap. We're starting with basics. Hey, now we'll go faster now. Faster, we'll build up. 2. We're elevating it now. Go. We'll squat it. Sit. Sit. You know it. Sit. 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 Now you break it down. Now pull one leg on this one. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now step on it. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 8. Like I said, it's all about movement. We're going to do the other side. 1, let's go. 1, 2. Let's step on it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. All right, guys. We're going to be on the side this way. Okay, guys, you ready? Nice little squat here. We're going to be pushing and tap. Push and tap. Push and tap. All right. 6, 7. Now fold the legs from there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 8. Bring it out. We have one more to go. All right, step body aerobic is so much fun. All right, guys, we're going to be adding to it. We're going to be kicking. All right, we'll kick to it now. 1, let's kick. 1, kick. 2, kick. 3, kick. Add some vibe. 4, come on. 5, you can add some vibe to it. 6, 7, 8. Now fold the legs to the back. 2, 3, let's go. 4, fold up. 5, 6, come on, guys, work it. 7, and 8, back up. 1, 2, fold up last time. 1, go. 2, that's it, guys, enjoy. 3, 4, 5, we're almost done. 6, 7, and there you go. All right, guys, great stuff. Woo! All right, guys, so that's what step body aerobics looks like. All right, we just added a little elevated surface to increase the intensity of our workout. We added lovely music to get us going into the workout, to make us move. It's going to be very hard to move without the music, right? So whatever you are, just get
Thinking of all the gold I could get.
Oh, okay.
$71 million worth.
That's the one you saw. Me, I saw the fact finder that says playing games, online games, helps to build your brains, your child's brain development.
The one you saw, was it about money?
It was about money.
$771 million.
Don't see any other one.
Gold.
Today is Children's Day. That's why I saw the one about children.
How do you want to raise your children without money?
Wow.
Okay.
Really? Wow.
It's Children's Day. Happy Children's Day to you.
Yes,
and yes, I'm even referring to you because we still are children to someone. Yes, whether alive or late, we are still children. So happy Children's Day to you.
Yes, indeed.
Okay, and talking about Children's Day, I've been seeing quite a number of posts. However, one caught my attention. It was about a girl who was yelling at her mom, calling her selfish because her mom, on the graduation day, so I went to read the backstory after seeing the video. Apparently, her mom raised her, her dad deadbeats, and so her mom raised her, and then on a graduation day, she gave one of the seat tickets to her dad for the event, knowing quite well it would displease her mom to have her dad there. And then her mom goes to her on the graduation money after finding out, and she calls her mom selfish repeatedly. And her mom is like, do you know all the sacrifices I made for you? Do you know everything I've been through just to bring you to where you are now, and you're calling me selfish? And she just kept going on and on calling her mom selfish. And so there are two things here. On the one hand, there's the deadbeat. On the other hand is, do children really appreciate? We've been seeing loads of stuff even on social media, Twitter, where people are saying parents should not feel entitled to their children taking care of them, after, you know, when they are older. That if the child wants to do, the child will do. It's not the parent's entitlement. And so more parents are saying to themselves, what's the point of going the whole 9 yard? You know, when you know quite well. I don't want to say mile because that seems really far.
You know, it's actually interesting you should put it that way, because from the voice of the mother, you could hear the pain coming from her. The way she was talking, she's talked about the sacrifices she made for that child to be able to graduate. This graduation you're going for, do you know what I had to do to save money, to get money, to raise you to be this graduate? And the same person that had nothing to do with your upbringing, nothing to do, he didn't pay child support, didn't pay for your fees, and then suddenly you're giving him a ticket. Now, I'm not saying don't give your dad a ticket. I'm just saying for the woman to be in such pain, it was obviously because of the way the girl responded to it, not the fact that she gave the man the ticket. I don't know, but from a guy's perspective, Mike, I don't know. I want to hear from a guy's perspective.
It's not guys, general perspective. There's no guy of this thing.
You are the guy on the
They're talking about somebody being... Let me... A personal thing, I once told a single mom, and I said something, and she was all about children. Something happened and she posted my world, my all, and all of that. And then this was not me trying to be a killjoy, but I told her something. I said, look, live your life. Be you, because I've seen it. This thing you're talking about, I've seen it a number of times, more than once, where you have put in so much,
you're giving everything
to raise these kids, and then one day they just up and stand up. They want to see their father, who has not been there, which probably denied them or whatever, and it happens.
And vice versa, they want to see their mom.
Yeah.
Their mom who abandoned them.
So, yeah,
very sad.
so look, man, if you're doing it, you're raising a child, try not to have that thing at the back of your mind that you would, I know, raise them in love, in care, and live your life. Your life is also, there are other things in your life apart from them. Don't, so that whatever happens,
you've done your part. You've done your part. You've invested your time, money, energy in this child. You've raised this child to the best of your ability. You've handed the child essentially into the world, into God's hands, not even into the world, right? At this point. So you feeling entitled to them always thinking you are, the best, always focusing on you, or, spending money on you, investing in you now, it's actually going to be the prerogative of that child. So I feel like there was probably still something missing in this raising, to be honest, where the girl felt she could even talk to the mother in this way, where the girl even had the guts to even video the mother in pain.
That was the
post it online. There was still something missing. So while she was out hustling and sacrificing for the same child, she missed some places where the child didn't realize or was not informed or was not aware that this is my mother, I need to respect her. And to be honest, I would have felt better if maybe she had approached the mom and asked the mom to invite the dad.
Exactly. She knew her mom wouldn't want it. Yeah. So she did it to spite her mom. And now there's something you said, Mike, that for me is the catchphrase here: live your life. Be you a single parent, be you, a man and a woman doing things together, whatever the case may be, live your life. We are often told about, we ourselves, you get to a point in your life that you move out of your parents' house, you live your life, maybe you get married or you just want to be on your own. Parents only try their best to a particular point. Now, that is not to say that you shouldn't give your children the best. You owe them that. However, do it in such a way that you're not expecting anything in return. I was having a conversation with my man yesterday. We were talking about funeral costs. And the reality is, more and more parents are not being given the befitting burial. And I wonder what is even befitting, but that's a topic for another day.
Yeah, but
you should be saving towards your retirement. It's a must. Depending on children now is, I dare say, outdated, is old-fashioned. Because the reality is more children now are feeling like, well, you did what you had to do. It's time for me to live my life. They'll probably realize it when they are in that position as well. But until they get there, and the parents going to wander in abject poverty.
And then the issue of, I personally would use the word entitled when talking about expecting something from a child, because at least personally for me, I feel that I have a responsibility towards my mom, my parents. And I have done my best always. That's me. So I don't use the word. I don't use the word. You see the raising. Let me say something. You see the raising, and I've spoken about this more than once. Look, you spend 10 years, 15 years teaching your kids something, and they will spend 1 month
to unlearn
in this thing, and it will shock you. Everything you did will go down the drain.
Yeah.
And that's why I always tell people that your kids' friends are almost as important, even if not more important than you.
Yes, true. I agree.
In how a person comes up. Everything that they do will just go out, and then because you are, that thing they call peer pressure, trying to be who you are amongst the people, it's very important. And then the second one I want to add is, I remember a speaker and a pastor, Dr. Charles Apoki, mentioned this. He said, look, my son, who's a doctor in Germany, I am in Ugedi. He lived his life in the village to send all his kids abroad, doctors and all of that, train them all. And then the son, about to get married, a lady he met maybe 6 months or something, I said, you are the best thing that's ever happened to me. He was laughing about it. I said, look at this boy. But I broke my back for you to visit. And then he just stands up. Somebody that you just met 6 months, and she's the best that's ever happened to you. And then he was smiling. He took it in good faith. But that is it.
Yeah.
Because someday too, that boy, if he raise somebody and break his back, and that boy will see another woman and say, that's the best thing that happened to me.
Can I backtrack again to the topic, the theme for Children's Day in Nigeria? We talked a bit about this cyber issue, online, I can't remember how you put it earlier on when we started the show. Making sure that we monitor or we guide these kids with their online activities. This particular girl posted a video of her own mother online. There's something so wrong with that. And I think all the guidelines and education we give our kids has probably been about strangers and what they could do to your child online. We've not been giving them the knowledge about what they could do to ruin their own lives. Now, this is going to be on her handle, her timeline forever, right? The internet never forgets. When she applies for a job one day and they Google her name,
someone could make reference to it. Yes, especially nowadays that.
We'll talk more on this. We have parents and all the rest to talk more on this. But we have to go now.
Social media and all is like tied to your accounts now and all that. People need to be careful. But all I'll say is this: for a child, please, it's important, okay, to understand that your parents are there to, yes, take care of you. However, it's your choice, but it's also imperative that you give them the same care and love when you get the chance to. This life is in stages. You need your parents, and of course, at some point, they need you as well.
You know what? We would love to hear your thoughts on this as well. Use our hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC. Tag us WakeUpNigeria TVCE. Let us see your comments and contributions. Let's take a quick break. We'll be back with more.
Doubt and fear doesn't occur at the canvas, it shows in the canvas. It shows the conation of raw earthen material slabbed, stroked and molded at a pace provided by the doubt and fear. Every move weigh in the struggle of one to the other, merging the past to the present, brushstrokes of colors seen but not known. For when the wailing stops, the pieces settle down in abject beauty erected for a century of a century. Speaking, advocating, protesting as the arts are meant to be.
Ikechukwu Sunday Okonkwo, aka Cross. Now your intro without
Wow.
So there's a name that thing that's.
I'm just drinking because you say I should drink. There's no particular answer.
I think it's only that can be wicked.
What's the answer?
Subterfuge.
Eh?
Yeah. They claim you did, but you said it just happened. That
And it's called what again?
Subterfuge.
Such a fuge.
SUBTERFUGE.
So you look me finish from head to toe. You look at a person who go know what to become hustle. Yeah?
The nude wasn't like a game plan. Or...
I promise you, it was actually a mistake. Like it was sending it to someone, and it just mistakenly just went that.
Yeah.
One of the 100 most influential women in Nigeria by Leading Ladies Africa, and has had a consistent feature as a writer in The Guardian Nigeria, Bella Niger, and The Ladies Room. Today, she's here to talk about a documentary that she has put together on children. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much, Titi. Happy Children's Day.
Happy Children's Day. I feel like you brought out your inner child today too.
Yeah.
Is this your usual look? Let me ask that.
Yes, it's one of my usual looks.
Okay. Yes. All right. So the pigtails, the t-shirt, and the colorful. Yeah, that's your usual. Yeah. So it is extremely youthful and childlike. Sometimes bringing out our inner child is very, very important.
Absolutely.
To help us stay younger and probably even forget the struggles of this world.
Adulting.
Exactly. As they say, adulthood can be considered a scam. That's from a song. But please talk to us about this project you're working on. It's a documentary, yes?
Yes.
All right.
So the documentary is called Save Our Children.
Okay.
And I love that it's particularly launching today because I believe that conversations around Children's Day should actually involve their health and their wellness. Why is this important? Because some of the childhood diseases that we're seeing now were not available before for children. They were not things that affected children. But now, as a result of what I like to call a junk pandemic, because there's so much junk. Children are
junk food?
Junk food, yes. Okay. Children are having more junk food. And what that means is that there's a global health crisis. And their health is being affected. Things that didn't affect children before are affecting them now.
So I'm seeing images here. Are we talking child nutrition, child obesity? The major focus points, what are they?
Childhood obesity, type 2 diabetes, which incidentally was something that we'd see with older people, but now children are coming down with it, various cardiovascular diseases, kidney diseases, and even behavioral issues. Why? As a result of their diet. So what I'm basically saying is that we should encourage children and we should model it to them to eat healthier as opposed to junk, so that we're not just saving them for now, but together we can say the future is healthy.
The future is healthy. Now, the future is sort of dependent on our children and how we raise our children, how we feed them, has a lot to do with that. But you've mentioned that there's a global health crisis. Now, how are these statistics looking right now?
So not only, first of all, when it comes to statistics, especially within Nigeria, it can be a bit dicey. However, there's one thing that everyone globally is agreed on, and that is that within the next 10 years, whatever figures we have now that are already very dismal would double. So it means that if we have, for example, 10 million children, within the next 10 years, we'll be having 20 million children under 5, under 7, who are dealing with this crisis, this health crisis that could have been easily avoided if we took more emphasis on eating healthier and feeding our children healthier.
So I think we also need to define what junk food is and what healthy food is. Because a lot of us feel like, okay, so when I say okele, when I say swallows, I feel like that is a healthy meal, right? And then when I think of like meat pies and stuff like that, I think of that as junk. But there are some cultures, not in Nigeria obviously, that consider some pies and things like that as staple meals. Maybe like in Europe, in the UK, pie is a staple meal for them. What can we do to sort of define the difference so that an average parent watching now knows what they need to change?
I love this question because food is not necessarily unhealthy as a result of a name. It's actually the ingredients that make it up. So we can say burger, and we all think burger is unhealthy. But if I made my burger at home with healthy ingredients and...
Go ahead.
If I made my burger at home and I made it with healthy ingredients and I put all sorts of healthy things as the filling, the burger is now healthy.
Wow.
Yes, so they're not unhealthy just by their name. We can't just say, oh, burgers are unhealthy, meat pie is unhealthy, pizza is unhealthy. But it actually has to be what we made them from. So this is the simple rule. First, if you want to eat healthy food, you're best off preparing it from home as opposed to buying it out. Because when you buy it out, there's a lot of processing that has happened with it. But when you're cooking at home, you actually have control over what you have put on the inside of it. Another great rule of thumb would be that whatever the food looks like it looked when it came out of the farm.
Oh, okay.
It's most likely healthy. Yes.
So when vegetables eventually get to our table, if they're the same color as they were when you started washing them or cleaning them or cooking them, then it's considered, maybe crunchy, even tastier.
Yes.
But once it's changed color, it's no longer got all those nutrients in it?
Most times. So it's not necessarily just veggies. I'm saying that when we process food, sometimes it doesn't only change color, it changes form. It changes taste. So you're looking at it and you can't even tell what it was made of because everything has changed, which is why, to be on the safe side, you just want to prepare your food from home because we really need to save our children. The more they consume all of this junk, the more the future, not just the present, because sometimes you don't even see the impact of it now. But just because we're not seeing the impact now doesn't mean that we're not going to see it in the future.
So let's talk a bit more about this documentary. First of all, how long is the documentary and how long did it take for you to put together?
Oh my goodness. The documentary is about 25 minutes, the main documentary itself. It took us a good number of weeks and plenty nights of working together. So right in the documentary, I had to get child professionals when it comes to health. So we have
pediatrician.
Yes, we have pediatrician, we have nutritionist, now pediatric nutritionist. We have a senior consultant from Luth, who's just brilliant, who sees things that happen in the hospital, right? We also have dietitians, and we have educators, because I believe that educators matter. What we teach in school and what we allow in school makes such a
You know native rice, right? Then there's Zobo before it. So Zobo native rice.
You can actually call it a hibiscus native rice also.
Okay.
So we're just going straight into it.
Let's talk about the ingredients.
Yes.
We're making use of
we have a Zobo.
Okay.
We have a rice.
Okay.
Then we have a, let me say, toasted crayfish. Then we have a iru.
Okay.
We have a seasoning cube. Cashew nuts, smoked fish, a dry pepper. We have a crab. Then there is salt and calabash nuts.
Are you serious?
Yes.
This is calabash nuts?
Yes.
I could have sworn. Oh, no.
We call it calabash nutmeg, yeah. Then we have a crab
stock. There's crab stock?
Yes.
I've never tried making stock out of crab. Wow. Okay. Let's get started already. What's the first thing we're doing?
Okay, we have a vegetable oil in here. Then we're just going to add our onions straight into it.
Okay. So for how long are we going to fry that?
Just few seconds.
Few seconds, okay. So what goes in next? Let's talk about the process.
That it's going is
instantly the zobo.
Yes.
Oh wow. So we are frying zobo.
Yes.
Interesting. Okay.
We are having the zobo straight in.
Okay.
So we want to add more.
I know this is made by you, this zobo, and it's fantastic. How much does this cost?
This one is 8,500.
8,500. Yes. Wow. So yes, this is Chef Tina's
Red Sipsy
Sip. Fruity Zobo juice, smoothies, and more. I've tried your juice, I've tried your smoothies, so I know they're really nice as well. Made with pure fruits. Okay, so what's inside this?
We have a whole lot in
imagine.
there. Yeah. There's cinnamon. We have watermelon. We have there's grape in there. There's a lot.
And so all of it is going to be infused into this rice. So that's the Zobo native rice. So when you're making this, it's good to also get flavored Zobo like yours.
Yes.
To enhance the taste. Wow. Wow.
So I'm just going to add the stock.
The crab stock.
Yes.
Okay. So how do you get crab stock? You boil it.
You just boil your crab with onions and then seasoning cube.
Okay. And then you get the stock from.
Get the stock from.
Okay. I know of chicken stock, general poultry stock. I know of beef stock, but I've never thought about crab stock. And it's actually a very good idea, especially if you're someone who likes seafood. Can I get shrimp stock as well?
Yes, you can.
So I can make stock out of just about any protein?
Any protein you want.
Interesting. Interesting. So what goes in next?
We just had our seasoning cube. Just a little of our seasoning cube.
Just a little?
Yeah.
Okay.
A little.
Then what goes in next?
Salt.
Salt, okay.
Little of it.
Okay.
Then we just allow it
to simmer a bit.
Then we add our rice.
Okay. So we're not adding any water. This water will be enough for the rice.
Yes, the water will be enough.
This zobo.
The zobo will be enough for the rice.
Wow. Okay. I'm actually rubbing my palms together. I'm eager to see how this turns out. You remember once we've had zobo spaghetti, so to speak, by Chef Tosin. Then now we're gonna have Zobo native rice. I can't wait to see the end result of this. We have to take a break. When we return, the conversation will continue right here on Wake Up Nigeria. Just stay with us.
Children's Day is here again. In celebration of this remarkable day, Your View Children's Day special will come up on Monday, May 27th, 2024. Let's experience this special episode with 8 amazing children from different schools across Nigeria. Let's watch our children express their own views on Your View.
I think that if parents keep telling children that you're wrong, eventually people stop trying. If they are shut down at every opportunity they get to do something.
And then it's not every time your child does something wrong that you have to hit the child or do something. You can talk to the child.
I believe that we should focus on education, because without education, what does a child have?
Your View Children's Day special, coming soon.
show starts in 3, 2, and...
We're here again on your screens this beautiful morning doing what we do best.
To kick off the Monday morning, we have a performer in the house, Enizi Eni, or his name is Mustafa Farouk Eniola. How are you doing, Eni?
I'm doing good, sir.
I need you to be a bit. Let's hear you well. Let's hear you well. How are you doing? Yeah, hype man.
I'm doing good, sir.
Hype men don't. Hype men don't. They are not silent. They are not silent.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Give me some hype now before you even start the performance. Now, the show is Wake Up Nigeria. You are Eniola. Yeah. My name is Mike. Yeah, let's do some hype now. Just be loud though, because hype men are not normally silent. Let's feel the hype man.
Right now, the way you dance, the way you move, baby, lonja mi laya. Oya majo si bito. Yeah, big shout out to all the children. Happy Children's Day to you all. You know.
Eniola, let's hype pass you. Make a hype now. Hey. That's how you start. This was the hype man. Hey.
Right now.
Small girl with big God, oh.
That's the vibe. That's the vibe.
All right, how you doing, man?
Yeah, I'm doing good, sir.
Well done. So let's your musical career. Which one started first? Was it a hype man? Was it a DJ or music? Which one started first for you?
Music first.
Okay, and then how did the hype and DJ come in?
Yeah, because I love music, and anytime I go to club, you know, I see people doing the hyping, and I feel like it's something I can do as well.
Okay. All right, and you have a body of work, an album out since you've been doing music. What do you have out there?
Yeah, I have singles. I don't have an album yet.
Okay. When are we expecting an album anytime soon or something?
Yeah, very soon. But I'm still pushing my singles for now.
All right, wonderful. Well, what are you performing for us this morning? Yeah, what are you performing this morning?
Yeah, I'm performing my single Majo this morning.
All right, okay. All right, let's feel it. Take it away.
When you vibe to music, it's always good to top it up with great food. And this morning, our palates are about to be serenaded by the one and only Chef Tina. We're having Zobo native rice. If you're the type who likes to be creative with your food, this is something you really want to learn how to make. Zobo native rice. So Chef Tina, tell us what we've done so far.
Okay, in here we have our rice.
Okay.
The zobo, we extracted the juice. Okay. So the zobo is there, the onions and vegetable oil. Okay. You know, so we're just talking, you know, like I told her, as Mary, I said, the recipe, it's actually snail that you use for it, you know, so.
But you, as usual, with your twist, decided to use...
I just want to use this.
The crabs?
Yes.
Okay.
So, you know, we went to Togo for Nigerian West African Food Festival.
Yeah.
And
you did us proud. You actually won an award.
Yeah.
You were one of the top 3.
Yes.
And that's amazing.
Mm-hmm. And, you know, the mindset of what they were telling us there, that people are just selling their cuisine out there, that we should go back home and we should do our native cuisine. So I was like, be creative with it. So I was asked to actually do something. I should use my mother's ingredients, recipe, that's native spice. So I just came up with this. I was actually doing it, let me be sincere. You know, my normal way, being an unserious person when it comes to doing things like this. So guess what? When I was done, I was being called up. I was not even with them. I was out there and I heard people coming. Chef Tina, come and see. Run, they are calling your name. Then I rushed in. I was like, wow. This is what actually gave me this award.
Wow.
This dish that I'm preparing is what gave me this award. And I just talked to myself. I said, before I sell it out, I need to bring it in to my own house, you know. So I just said,
we are always happy to help you,
you know,
experiment it.
So this is it. And let's be creative, really. Let's sell our own native food. We shouldn't think of maybe bringing all the while. It will just be Chinese, this, whatever, this, that. Really, we should do ours. So they're not selling our food out there, to be honest. They are not selling it. So
you have to go to specialized
You have to go to specialized restaurant. So let it be a thing whereby we go out there and people come in there like, we want to eat this native food. We use all our native spice to combine, to combine whatever we want to do. So for me, it's a take home for me. I really have a lot of things that I really worked on of this period since we came back and really doing more, sincerely speaking.
Congratulations. I'm really proud of you. We are proud of you.
Thank you so very much.
All right, so getting back to the dish, the Zobo native rice. What else are we doing? Because I can see a frying pan there. I can see a pot there.
Okay.
What else are we doing?
I actually want to toast my...
The ingredients are currently on your screen, by the way. You can check it out for the Zobo native rice.
The cashew nuts.
You're just tuning in.
The cashew nuts,
you toast that first.
You toast your cashew nuts. You can actually put anything you want to put for your cashew nut. But what I do, I just toasted it plain. Then my crab, I'm going to use some hot chili sauce, you know, to spice it up.
Okay.
So the rice is on the heat right now.
Okay.
You can see.
Okay.
See the color?
Yeah.
See the
it's
color?
It's going to come out looking purple.
Looking purple, yes. So the rice is on the heat. In no time. And if you're doing this, it's local rice you use.
Okay.
We use our local rice.
Why local rice?
Because it's all about our locality. We are selling ourselves right now.
And the local rice also tends to soak.
Yes, it will absorb it more than foreign rice. Yes, very true.
So we're toasting that.
We're toasting this one.
What are we doing with the rest of the ingredients?
Okay, when the rice is half cooked, I'll add my smoked fish.
Okay, so
then,
it cooks with it.
Yes, it cooks with it. After I had the smoked fish, I will just add my smoked. I actually roasted this a little bit in the oven. That's this crayfish. So I'll add it. Then
Why does it look like there's more than crayfish in this thing?
Mary is always wanting to know the secrets in everything that
Before you know it,
Shetina does.
Shetina will start selling these things in stores. There's crayfish. I can bet there's fish there.
There's fish. There's fish. I just put crayfish, fish, and just put it together. I toasted it.
It looks like granola. We can call
Yes.
this native granola.
You know, see, you've given me name already.
You see? We can call it granola, crayfish, or no, crafola.
Crafola.
We'll come up. Okay, so all of that will go in there.
In here.
With the locust beans.
Locust beans and...
I used to think locust beans was to start, so you put it towards the end of the dish.
You know, there's something I do with my style of cooking. I want you to have that feel. Do you understand? When you cook, it goes in, you understand? But once you put it, maybe when you're about to take the pot out of the heat, you have that taste.
Wow.
So
Okay.
you have everything together.
Here's what we're going to do. We're going to continue with this cooking process so that our guests will be able to enjoy this morning's dish. Right now, however, we've reached the top of the hour on Wake Up Nigeria. Just stay with us. We'll be right back.
Dark marks I've tried everything.
Welcome to Pure Entertainment. What would you like to order from our menu today? We have the regular.
So let me go and look for my jam results.
My 20 was 320. I suppose don't be one medical.
At this point, I contest my jam results.
I want to close the show.
I can go. I can.
That's
I
all
can
we can
Nigeria,
take.
but I choose to
Ejek,
stay.
close the show, Fadala.
Ladies and gentlemen, number one, Unavailable by Davido featuring Musa Keys.
We also have today's chef special.
Yo, shine, shiny, yeah. So here, recap done, and it's time for number one on the countdown. One of Nigeria's hottest artists right now, his name is Rema, and this one is called Charm. Kick it.
For dessert and a bit of nightcap, we have the nighttime and online specials.
I want to start the gym, yeah? But do you know one thing that's actually keeping me back?
You should start the gym to get fat.
Cricket.
She says she does show dancing to empower women.
What's the difference? There's a difference.
That's what I'm saying.
So pole dancer, you're already almost naked. You're already almost naked.
No, it's the empowerment for me.
Sex can make your relationship better.
No.
Sex can never be overrated.
It is needed.
Especially when it's good sex too.
Almost every guy has been with somebody's girlfriend.
But they are for all of us now.
That's why you're still single.
I would not agree or disagree with that because I don't want to get into trouble. I have a home to go to.
Your next question.
Oh, you ready to fail?
Who is the better? You scissors.
Once again, happy Children's Day. If you are just joining us, you've missed 1 hour of exciting and content. Yeah. But hey, come on, not to worry. We've still got 45 minutes more. We're still celebrating young Nigerians, of course, who are doing incredible things. And we're all children, so yes, we're excited. It's Children's Day.
We're all children. We're all children. We have children around us. And adulthood should come with a label that will make you appreciate your childhood experiences even more. But that being said, welcome to the second half of your number one family breakfast show. This is Wake Up Nigeria.
It is. You remember, what are your earliest childhood Children's Day memory?
Oh, Children's Day memories.
Yes, Children's Day memories.
Well, I'm going to sound very bougie if I share this one. So I got to meet the Queen of England.
Which queen?
Yeah, the Queen of England.
Which England?
Yes, the same England, yes. I was 7 years old. Yeah, that's my earliest Children's Day memory.
It's okay. I didn't ask that question.
I said I was going to sound bougie.
But yeah, of course, that is the kind of thing that stays with you. You definitely never
What's your
forget.
earliest childhood memory?
I don't even know. I'm actually trying to think of it now. Children's Day, how was it for me growing up? I'm actually trying to think about it now. I don't know. I am.
Party.
Birthday party on Children's Day, how?
No. I'm just thinking, an event. Did you march? Did you?
Marching was Independence Day.
Oh, Independence Day.
Independence Day.
Okay.
But we did. By the time marching was I growing out of the marching this? Because it's been a while back. It was a time when marching was very constant.
Yeah.
So Independence Day children would come march. But for me, Children's Day, I think parks.
Okay.
Going out
Water
and
park. Which water park?
Which water?
The water parks. There was water parks at.
But yeah, I think going out. But yes, going out with my parents and all of that. And of course, getting goodies and all of that. Yeah, I think that's what I'm trying to remember my earliest memories and all that. But the older you get, sometimes those memories they are far away.
But Children's Day these days, well, there was a time Children's Day was spent in school. Now it's not in school anymore. It's a holiday.
The kids are not in school today.
Home now.
They are home today.
Yeah,
so that means the roads are a bit freer.
Yeah.
All right, but there's crap. We celebrate Children's Day here, and somebody is smiling. She's seeing me now. She's smiling. A big shout out to one of our interns, Martha.
Wow.
But Chef T and Mary are, of course, ensuring. How are the crabs? I saw the crabs going into water just right now.
Yeah, the crabs have gone into my belly, actually.
Your belly?
Yes. Why are you looking for them?
Martha will bring them out of your belly.
Wow. Seriously? But yes, that's the crab. Or rather, those are the crabs, because there's more than one. Yes, it's being peppered.
Yeah.
See the way my mouth is watching. But yes, that's the crab right now. Everything will soon be ready. Yes, that's the state of the rice now. Yeah. So you see how purplish it is. It looks good.
So another childhood memory was seeing the crab in baskets in the markets. Seeing them crawl around. That's a childhood memory for me. They used to make a funny sound in the basket.
I wanted to mention catfish, but I still have PTSD. Well, my name is Mike Mesicero.
And I'm Titilayo Oyinson. Hopefully you had a blast with the first hour. Second hour is going to be even better. And we intend not to hold back. It only gets better and better.
It does. Let's tell you what we have this second lap of the show. We're taking a look at the beautiful game. Manchester United are FA Cup champions. Glory, glory, Man United.
Wow. Whoa. Really?
Glory, glory, Man United. I'm not going to copy that song. We'll talk about them and others.
The amazing Blossom Sax. She is a young saxophonist who's going to serenade us very, very soon.
And to wrap up the show, we've got motivation coming this morning. Of course, our topic today is centered also around children, right?
Yes, of course. Understanding Gen Alpha.
Understanding Gen
That's
Alpha.
Kids that were born between 2010 and 2024.
Oh.
They are our children right now.
2010?
Yes.
They'll be 13, 14.
Yeah, those are our children, youngsters now.
Okay. Right, let's take a look at what the weather is like, and of course, back with a beautiful game.
Ladies and gentlemen, the one who can make time stand still forever, Mr. Kelechi Amadi. How are you doing, sir?
I'm good, my brother.
You love that intro, Abby?
Yeah. It was great.
Okay, yeah,
thank you.
We try like that.
Thank you.
Now my question, which I feel is a cheap question.
Oh, go ahead.
What does ISO stand for?
That is it. I think I'll drink.
No, you're joking.
I'm not joking.
Kelechi Amadi. No. Shay, you didn't whine me. You're whining me now.
I think I'll drink. Huh? No problem.
Okay.
I've always known this as ISO. I never bothered to know what it means. I know what it means, but I never bothered to know what the acronym is. Tell me the brand of camera that I use, so much so that I even became an ambassador. That's very easy. It's out there.
It's supposed to be, yeah.
I just said, let me give you this one as a token of my appreciation.
Sony.
Drink!
I'm not done. You did not say final answer.
It's final answer.
You did not ask me if that was my final answer.
You don't have any choice again. It's only
Nikon.
how many cameras do they have?
Nikon.
Trying to drink. I gave you a very easy something.
Nikon now.
The show starts in 3, 2, and
We're here again on your screens this beautiful morning doing what we do best.
So, have you ever wondered what happens behind the curtains of a man's mind? Or perhaps you're one of those who wonder what men talk about when they gather. Well, here goes. Imagine what it takes to put together the perfect cocktail. Or maybe mocktail. We need a bit of sports, a sprinkling of current affairs, some very deep topical issues, and last but not the least, a healthy dose of grumbling of those we love to hate. And yes, you guessed it, women. So, if you catch the drift, then you're onto something. We will provide you with the right insights into most of your curiosities right here within this beautiful cocktail we call the Backtable.
and gentlemen, pioneer, positive force member, dancing queen of the 80s, non-conformist, Afrobeat historian in her right, and long-standing member of the multiple award-winning all-female show Your View, Omoyeni Yeni Anikulapo Kuti, aka YK Power! Ginger!
Yeah, take it.
Today we'll go here.
Hey, I don't read you.
Are you sure?
Ha. I'm not here to answer questions, I'm here to drink.
We're in trouble today.
What's your age?
I was close now.
Eh?
I said 1975.
He said 73. He said 75. Fellas wasn't even born in 75.
So will I drink half?
You go drink. Take. Make I help you. Russian.
No be half.
Which half? You will make me drink. I'll give you a hint.
Lights in no. Nepa Road. Nepa Road in Abeokuta.
First of all, my brain cannot memorize everything.
A big black bug.
A big black dog.
Bug. A big black bug.
Oh, sorry. A big.
It all starts.
Ọmọ fẹlá. Ọmọ Anikulapo Kuti. Wọ́n rò pé kí ni kékeré yìí.
It's by Audison. It's not by Audison.
Welcome to Pure Entertainment. What would you like to order from our menu today? We have the regulars.
So let me go and look for my jam results. So
My 20 was 320. I suppose don't be one better.
At this point, I contest my jam results.
I want to close the show. I can go. That's all we can take. Ejeki, close the show, Fadala.
Ladies and gentlemen, number one unavailable by Davido featuring Musa Keys.
We also have today's chef special.
Yo, shiny, yeah. Say recap done, and it's time for number one on the countdown. One of Nigeria's hottest artists right now, his name is Rema, and this one is called Charm. Check it out.
For dessert and a bit of nightcap, we have the nighttime and online specials.
I want to start the gym, yeah? But do you know one thing that's actually keeping me back?
You should start the gym though, you're getting fat.
Cricket.
She says she does show dancing to empower women.
What's the difference? There's a difference.
That's what I'm saying. So pole dancer,
you're already almost naked. You're already almost naked.
No, the empowerment for me.
Sex can make your relationship better.
No.
Sex can never be overrated.
It is needed.
Especially when it's good sex too.
Almost every guy has been with somebody's girlfriend.
But they are for all of us now.
That's why you're still single.
I would not agree or disagree with that because I don't want to get into trouble. I have a home to go to.
Your next question.
Oh, you ready to fail?
Who is the better? You scissors. What is his name?
That woman.
Bam!
Today we'll go here.
Hey.
Let's get to work.
I'm sure we've been able to satisfy your cravings, yeah? Stay good. Listen to Entertainment for Pure Entertainment.
Welcome back and happy Children's Day. Now, this second hour of the show, we have a musical performance for you once again. And we have 12-year-old amazing girl child gospel saxophonist, Blossom Oyekachi Paul Smile. Now, professionally, she is known as Blossom Sax. How are you doing, Blossom?
I'm doing great, and you?
I'm fine. All right, so Blossom, what class are you in?
JS3.
JS3? And you've been playing the sax for how long now?
It's 2019.
2019. Wow. Okay, so you and that sax are are joined at the hip. I can see you're ready to perform. The name of the song you're about to perform, can you tell us? Say it one more time.
Odun Losopin.
Odun Losopin, yeah? Fantastic. Now that's a classic, and we've heard it played by many saxophonists before, but why did you pick this particular song?
Because it's a prayerful song.
A prayerful song. All right then. So we are so eager to hear you perform today. Blossom Sax is about to perform this Children's Day. It's all yours, dear. in the spirit of Children's Day, our friends at Golden Penny had an interesting event right around the corner in Alausa, Ikeja. It was something really interesting for families, and the kids had loads of fun. Let's
From what do you know? What do you know from here? What do you know? Sandalili, Sandalili, Sandalili. You say, rain, rain, go away. Little children want to take it. Okay. Humpty, Dumpty, Humpty, Dumpty. If all the king's men and all the king horses could not put Humpty, Dumpty.
This initiative was birthed from the fact that Flour Mills is known for feeding the nation. And of course, Golden Penny is always serving happiness to families. And by that, we are nourishing families every day. And we looked at it that who are our audience. These are the children, they are the leaders of tomorrow, and we need to celebrate them. That's why we put together this Golden Penny Children's Day Fest. And as you can see, we have a lot of children, a lot of parents that are having fun, eating, dancing, playing games, and the rest of it. So we are happy that we put this together. We are glad that everybody is having a good time.
The Children's Day was very fun. We also had a lot of things to take. They're also playing snake and ladder over there. And the MC over there is having a lot of fun. We had like dance competitions and spelling bee competitions. Everything was fun.
Miriam Lunge. I'm a passionate environment advocate and a published author.
I am the founder of Celebration, a businesswoman, and a fashion icon.
I am a wealth coach and a real estate developer.
I am Amako Arakwe. I'm a corporate commercial lawyer and an entrepreneur.
Barkamu da warhaka. I am Ramatu Shehu Oyibo, an entrepreneur and a business coach.
I am the voice of an average Muslim woman, an hijabite, and a lawyer.
I am a polymath and a serial entrepreneur.
I am Murayo Afolabi Brown, Managing Director, TVC Entertainment. I'm a media consultant, producer, and broadcaster.
The ladies of Your View are made of women from different professions, tribes, cultures, and religion. Join us every Monday to Friday as we share our views on topical and social issues.
Doubt and fear doesn't occur at the canvas, it shows in the canvas. It shows the conation of raw earthen material slabbed, stroked, and molded at a pace provided by the doubt and fear. Every move weigh in the struggle of one to the other, merging the past to the present, brushstrokes of colors seen but not known. For when the wailing stops, the pieces settle down in abject beauty, erected for a century of a century. Speaking, advocating, protesting as the arts are meant to be.
Welcome back and happy Children's Day. But who are these children we're raising? Now, they are known these days as Generation Alpha, children born between the years of 2010 and 2024. Do we actually understand them? If we don't understand them, how can we motivate them? And exactly what would they be doing by the time they reach adulthood? Those are the questions we hope to answer, possibly today. We have with us Gabriel Balogun, a friend of the house, speaker, workshop facilitator, learning and development leader, and he's known for cultivating high-performing teams as he coaches individuals and consults for companies and organizations. Now, that consulting clause there is important because a lot of organizations don't understand how to motivate this next coming generation. And that's why we're here. Welcome back to the show.
Thank you for having me.
It's great to have you.
It's good to be here.
So now, Gen Alpha are our kids. They are the younger siblings of the Gen Zs. And I feel like we're just beginning to understand how different the Gen Zs are to us, in quote, millennials right now. And of course, the baby boomers from way up there. But let's consider who they are and how we can begin to motivate them.
I mean, you said it in your introduction that a research in 2008, if I'm right, by McCrindle, an Australian firm, said that Generation Alpha are kids born in the year 2010 onwards to 2024.
That's this year.
This year is the last
year for Gen Alpha.
Year for Gen Alpha's birth. These guys are socially aware because they are technologically advanced and they are driven, like highly driven by social and digital communities. And partly because they came into the world at a time where the world was very connected. Societal issues were made popular on social media. If a man beats his wife, it's on Instagram the next day, and they spend a lot of time on social media, so they pick it up. So these are kids that are very socially aware. They understand diversity, inclusivity. They want to make a difference with their lives. And so they're not kids that you would say sit down and they would sit down. They're kids that you have to negotiate with to really understand what's going on in their head.
So negotiating with a child is not something we millennials understand. It's my way or the highway. It is sit down and you cannot ask me why I say you should sit down because I know better. But they don't understand it that way.
No.
So how do we begin to motivate a generation that feels like they, in quote, understand it or probably do understand a lot more than we assume they understand?
Yeah. I think the first thing every parent needs to do is to understand that the world is evolving rapidly fast. And so, quick backstory. Survival of the fittest is not a concept of strength. It's a concept of adaptability. Okay. And what that means is that in a certain generation, a creature will gain certain or adapt into certain abilities such that when it goes out of that season, those abilities have become part of their DNA. When they give birth, they automatically give birth to children born with those abilities that they had to adapt into. Okay. So man had survived over the period of years, generations upon generations. So what the Generation Alpha exhibiting now are things that millennials had to adapt into. Sure. So it's only normal that when you give birth, you had to negotiate at work. Maybe not when you were a kid, but as you grew older, you had to master those skills. So it's normal that when you give birth, your kids will come with that curiosity. Okay. So the first thing is you need to open your mind and understand that if I don't tell this child possibly has listened to TVC news on YouTube.
Yeah.
And has picked up the latest news in Nigeria. And you're telling me, no, it's not true. And it's like, I just watched this 2 days ago, Daddy. It is true. And then you think that child is disrespectful. But it's just expressing and it's communicating, and you need to communicate that way back.
So now, the generation we're talking about now, we can say a lot of them were born in a time that working from home was the norm.
Yes.
The COVID babies, so to speak, COVID generation, so to speak. They came into a time where they saw their moms and dads sit at a desk in their house, not having to go out.
Yes.
And that has definitely affected the perspective, the way they grew up. So I guess millennials grew up in a time where we saw mom and dad go out, rush out early in the morning and come back late.
Very late.
So how has this affected their mindset?
I think that they would grow up as kids that would not spend too long at work. So one of the things that employers of the new generation has to know is that, number one, you need to do important work.
Okay.
Relevant work. Your company has to be solving a relevant problem. One. Two, you need to create interactive experiences.
Okay.
Because these guys saw their parents have to battle with Zoom and all of those things.
Technology.
They're expecting that when they come to work, it's that interactive, right? Three, don't expect them to show up at your office every day.
Wow.
They would rather want to work from anywhere in the world.
Remote work.
Remote work.
Is normal for them.
It's going to be normal for them because that's, I mean, a baby, we saw it during COVID, a baby coming to stay in front of the camera with the mommy while she's having a meeting.
Yeah.
That is ingrained into our mindset. So she grows up expecting that
that's how it works.
This is how work should be. My kids too will come and play with me while I'm at work. Right? So that's what they expect.
Now, Gen Alpha is going to be going into adulthood by 2029.
Yes.
So essentially, if we are planning to be in business or relevant in 2029, what do you think are the things we need to adjust in our mindset?
Like I said, I started with saying your cause as a business needs to be relevant.
Yeah.
They are not going to join anything that is not socially relevant because they want to change the world. They don't want to be doctors or astronauts or any of those things anymore.
Wow.
They don't. They want to be...
They don't want to be engineers.
Yeah,
they don't want to be lawyers.
They want to be social media influencers that can gather following. They want to be Mbappe,
football,
a big football star. You know, that's the new level. So they want to... You want to give them something. What I'm saying is you want to give them something to aspire to. So business owners need to begin to think of that. Two, you need to create... if you're a business and you're going to serve that market, you need to ensure that your product is quick and fast. They call the Gen Z the Indomie generation, the microwave generation.
Yeah.
But I bet you these guys are going to, they're already playing in the metaverse.
Yeah.
These guys need brands that I want to tap and not bother about a card, or I just want to stand in front and you look at my eyes and I get paid. So you have to start thinking of that from a sales perspective, from a product perspective, and from a purpose perspective.
So in terms of purpose, we were always taught we need to find purpose in what we do. Do you believe Gen Alpha will have to also find their purpose, or has their purpose sort of been created for them already based on how they were raised?
Purpose is usually a very interesting topic I like to talk about. I don't think that man was meant to find purpose. I think that man was meant to live in purpose. Right? And I can't even go into that now.
Yeah.
But I think that the purpose of anything comes from the creator of that thing, right? But for Gen Alphas, many of them grew up in or are growing up in an environment where the world is so connected.
Okay.
They want to be part of the world and they want it big and want it fast.
So the faster it is, the quicker it is, the bigger, the more larger than life it is,
the more excited they had to be part of it. So we could say, again, everybody's purpose, my assignments might be different, right? But I think you want to build something big, quick, and fast, and that can attract them to be part of your purpose because they feel like that's what I want to be.
So now we've talked about it from a business standpoint, but what about as a parent now? So there is still the whole spare the rod, spoil the child situation going on. But when a young person, a Gen Alpha, a child between the age, were born between 2010 and 2024, is asking you why you told them to sit down, or why they need to do their homework, or why they need to, wash their hands, or whatever it is, how should a parent in this year respond to it?
I need to make this point because we're still in 2024. The oldest Gen Alpha is 14 years. So they are still technically a child.
Sure.
Right? They're teenagers. They're not even mid-teenagers yet.
Yeah.
and they are usually the younger siblings or maybe your first child. So if they are the youngest, if you have children before them, those kids are possibly Gen Zs.
Yeah, sure.
One of the things you can do is to make the Gen Zs in your family your mouthpiece. Because then they understand you, the mother. They've had to grow with you.
Sure.
So they can communicate. So mommy says you should sit down.
Yeah.
This is why mommy wants you to sit down.
So you're saying the Gen Zs in the environment should be able to sort of encourage the Gen Alphas, as opposed to you trying to...
Yeah, because the disconnect is so far.
Okay.
Your reality of growing up as a child is
For me as an adult, I'm even still worried about whether that Gen Z is going to give the right messaging.
Which is why you have to spend... So if you have a Gen Z and a Gen Alpha, spend a lot of time with both of them. But build your Gen Z to the point where they are sound enough to deliver your messages to
Gen Alpha.
the Gen Alphas. And then if you don't have a Gen Z, if you have just a Gen Alpha, you need to be as patient as a dove. You need to be as soft. You need to be as loving.
But we're not coddling them. We're not... Shouldn't we still be sort of bracing them up for hard knocks?
In fact, this is the time every parent needs to become soft and firm.
Wow.
So you need to be like water.
Okay.
There are certain environments that will make you hard as water. There are certain environments that will make you dynamic and fluid like water.
Sure.
There are certain environments that will make you become vaporized. But still water. You're still water, right? So you need to master that. You need to know. I've told you to sit down. I've explained to you. For instance, a child steals. You beat the child, but while beating the child, in fact, you explain first, this is what you did, this is why I'm going to beat you, and then you beat the child.
Okay, so this is a process.
Yeah, you explain, and then you beat.
Because, with that, so discipline is another topic for another day.
Yeah.
Disciplining them wasn't really our focus. Motivating them was our focus for today. What are they motivated by? The environment, which is different from the environment. Relevant purpose.
Okay.
If you're doing something around diversity, they will show up. About equality, they would show up because that's what they are born into. That's the noise at the moment. So that's what matters to them.
You know what? I wish we could continue this conversation, but your thoughts are so relevant on this particular issue as well. How do we motivate the Gen Alphas, the children in our environment right now? It's something we really need to ask ourselves as parents. This was a motivation stroke parenting conversation today, but in the spirit of Children's Day, let's see what we can do to make the environment more conducive for the kids today, especially in the digital space. Thank you so much, Gabriel, for coming to talk to us once again. Yeah. We are heading to the kitchen now. Mary and Chef Tina have been doing an amazing job. When you see all the badges on Chef Tina's chest, you see our award there, you know that,
As in, we are not playing.
We are not playing. Chef Tina.
Yes,
it's great to have you.
Represented us well. Okay, so this is breakfast, and of course it's by Chef Tina. Zobo native rice. Please dig in while Chef Tina tells us how we achieved this.
All right.
Please dig in.
Let's try this.
So, Gabriel.
With a glass of Zobo too.
Of course, of course.
Push it down for digestion purpose.
What do you think?
He was waiting to taste Zobo. That one is the first shock.
What's your comment?
So, it tastes very much like rice.
Okay.
But you can also feel the Zobo aftertaste.
Okay.
Which makes it a nice delicacy, actually. So my initial fares are settled.
All right.
Well done, Chef
Yes,
T.
indeed.
Great one, great one. And I love the way
the plating and all that with
Yes,
the
of course.
crab. Somebody's looking at me now.
Now-
Thank you for coming. It's been a wonderful Children's Day.
Thank
Thank you to all the guests who came and performed. We'll see you tomorrow.
Have a
Yeah?
great day.